you ever felt.
Are you listening?
Hello and welcome to the Business of Influence podcast. It's brought to you by Style ID Africa. My name is Leroy Mark and this is the podcast. We give you the news, the views, the reviews and the interviews and everything to do with the world of influencer marketing. Now the world of skin and hair care in South Africa is worth billions of rands. The timeline is chock-a-block of influencers giving us new trends and tutorials to look out for. Today's episode, we want to know how content creators, entrepreneurs, and brands are rewriting the playbook when it comes to skin and hair care in South Africa. To help us with our conversation, we've got Kevin Khoza, who is the Client Services Manager at Skin Functional, and content creator extraordinaire, Lisa Madibe, who is also the founder of Hello Haircare. Let's hear what they have to say about the business of skincare and beauty.
Hi everyone, my name is Kevin Khoza. I am a skin enthusiast as well as a fashion lover.
Hi, I'm Lisa Madibe Missouri. I am the founder of Halo. I'm also a content creator. A lot of you guys know me as Lisa with the good hair, and I'm excited to be here.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Business of Influence podcast. It's brought to you by Style ID Africa. My name is Leroy Mark and in studio joined by Lisa and Kevin. And I said to you, we're going to be chatting everything about hair and skincare in South Africa. It's a $1 billion industry and these people know how to make bank from it. Lisa, Kevin!
Hey!
So you're Lisa with the good hair, this is Kevin with the good brows.
Where have you been?
How are you guys doing?
Good, surviving.
You're homeless
Tired.
winter.
I know. Like, I don't know how
Jeez.
we have to keep pushing in the cold.
So you know the interesting thing about
Yeah.
being in our space, because you know we do entertainment, beauty, you know, hair care, all of it is part of the entertainment industry,
yeah.
right? Where we're putting on a show.
Art.
This is the time where I think we really show off, right? Because people want to feel beautiful and feel, you know, sexy
Yeah,
in the cold. And I think no one goes out there going, okay, at least let me look good.
No, you have
while
to
I feel
show
it."
up.
Yeah.
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 It's show business.
Sometimes I don't have the need to show up,
Yeah.
but I need to show up.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Look
well,
at
I'm
us.
so glad you guys are here.
Thank you
So
for
before we
having us.
start, there's a little game we like to play here. So we did a lot of research backstage, and we want to chat to you about it. It's nothing bad, but we want to have a take on some of your views. So we called this the beauty hot seat. Okay. So there's a little questions we're going to ask. Okay, and either of you can answer or both. So you know, it's not because one is hair, one is skin. We go for all of them. So the category here is hair and texture. So Lisa, which is better, wigs, braids, or natural hair?
Yeah, you're going to get me trolled, but of course, wigs, darling.
I mean, look at you.
Kevin, if you had to, would you wear a wig? Would you get braids or would you keep it natural?
I think I would. Ooh, that's a pretty tough one. Because I used to have quite long hair and then I
Yeah.
cut it for some reason.
Yeah, you've got a beautiful
And-
texture.
Thank you so much. I think natural.
Natural.
Natural would do.
Yeah, I'm the same. I've had like all kinds of hair, but for my high school career, I had braids. I had like cornrows and then braids at some point.
Well, I also am a natural girl, believe
Yeah.
it or not, and my hair is so long. People don't believe it because I'm always in wigs. But
Yes.
because I'm in the business of wigs, I gotta show up.
Because you got
know?
to keep the business forward.
But in high school, I was like natural girl, and then I would twist my hair.
Yes.
I was also a tomboy, so and a dancer.
Ooh.
So that was my thing. I was like, bow wow.
I for the longest time thought that like afros and like natural hair, like you had to have the personality for it. Because my mind, every time I think about natural hair, I used to think about India Ari.
100%.
You know?
Yeah, I agree with you.
The
Like,
timeline now, there are
No.
people on there who've got hair down to their like backs, natural hair. I'm like, wait,
No.
when did this industry become?
Yeah, we've got the products. We have the education now.
Yeah.
And, like people know how to take care of their hair now. Yeah.
Okay. So middle or side part? I think we can tell.
Tricky one. Tricky one. But I feel sexier with the middle part.
Really?
Yeah. I feel exotic. Side part makes me look like a grown woman. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Side part.
Yeah.
I
A
think
beautiful grown woman. though.
Yes, thank you.
I think middle part gives me business professional, and then side part with curls gives me
Yeah.
sultry weekend LBD
Ooh.
Yeah. LPG. You see, he's in the business.
What is the most iconic South African hair trend? From as long back as you can remember, I'll tell you, nothing will beat the razor cut that Rihanna brought to South Africa.
I actually wanted to say that, but I was like, Rihanna is not South African, but it became a South African culture.
There was one with that like feathers at the end.
I know.
No, 100%. And you would actually call it Kikopa take a bow.
Imagine, yes.
You know, Kikopa take a bow. And they knew. They knew.
Yeah. And like there's been like so different styles. Like you see people like going all colorful as well.
Yeah.
100%.
And then some people even going as far as like putting like, like a little bit of like zip behind just to make sure like
No,
a lot of
100%.
people like were like very, taken by it.
But
and
for the
also,
guys, the mohawk was like a
Yeah.
thing.
Guys, don't even joke. I had a
Yeah.
mohawk recently. I had and not the full mohawk. So what I do is I do the fade, but I wouldn't like go bald around the back.
Yeah.
I'd still keep it like, mohawky.
Yeah.
And it gave me like, again, exotic. Like because if I was doing
Exotic,
the fade, you're like, but I mean
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ngati Upume Island.
Yeah. My biggest hair inspiration was Tyson Beckford.
Yeah.
Although he had little hair.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
my
yeah.
idea was like, because like he's from Panama, he's Jamaican, he's like English. And I was like,
Very
I wanna-
exotic. Yeah.
Yeah, manje. Have to hold on to the
change.
receding hairline.
Oh my
I like this.
God. I know.
Okay, let's talk about skincare. Which is your favorite, your morning or evening routine?
I go for morning.
I love morning.
Yeah.
Really?
Morning.
Because I feel, okay, so yeah, I love morning because the moment I wake up, I feel like my skin is plump. And then
Fresh.
it's fresh and like bright because of my nighttime routine.
Okay.
But the morning, it just makes it, it's like therapy for me during my morning skincare routine.
Same, Kevin?
Pretty much the same. The thing is with me, in the morning, I love and I always prioritize antioxidants.
Okay.
Of which, in order to reap the full benefits of them, you need more during the day because that's when you actually are more exposed to harmful radicals. And at night, as much as we're still exposed, it's not as much.
Yeah.
So I feel like at night, my skin can just relax. I can do whatever I want, like especially with my vitamin A's. But during the day, I always love putting on an antioxidant.
See, but now this is the other issue because I've only now started like really get into like my super routine because we were taught the 3-step, right? You cleanse, tone, moisturize, and hopefully a moisturizer has a little bit of an SPF.
Yeah,
Now there's 4 steps in between. Like you literally have to you cleanse, double cleanse, got a double cleanse.
Double cleanse, yeah.
Then you need a serum or
Yes.
then then maybe or toner then serum.
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay, and then you must let that sit, and then another active
Moisturizer,
ingredient,
yeah.
vitamin whatever, and I'm just like, is the routine not becoming so complicated that it's no longer a routine now? It's just like literally, I need 40 minutes just to do
It's a ritual.
A ritual.
Yes. A lifetime commitment
Yeah,
as
no,
well.
100%.
Yeah. I think it also depends on what are you working towards and what do you have. So sometimes some people don't mind layering about 10 serums, for example, at once. If it's okay if as long as those ingredients are complementary. If they don't clash, you can layer even as up. If also you have time as well, you can layer up to like 100. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to what do you have, what are you working towards, and how much time do you have as well.
Sure.
Yo, I don't have the
I don't
legs,
know
guys.
about 100. I don't know about 100.
If you have the time, then
Yeah.
it's okay. But most of the times, like I'm usually like almost in a hurry, like every day in the
same.
morning. But I just like if maximum, I think 2 or 3. That's
What's
True.
that one product you'd never skip? Like,
a vitamin C.
Okay.
Really?
I am the
so
sodium
interesting.
ascorbyl phosphate babe. I love it so much. It is great for offering vitamin C benefits, yet also managing breakouts because I have quite acne-prone skin.
Oh,
So
really?
that has
Don't
been a
look it.
game changer. It's because of Skin Functional.
okay, I need to
Do
come.
you not bring the
I mean,
house? Do not bring the talk to me about this one then. And we will end the segment off with this because I want to have real like conversations with you about the brands you do. What is your take on beauty talk versus IG skincare, TikTok, haircare, skin talk, TikTok, Instagram? Because there's a new community that's happening. I mean, like TikTok is everything, guys. It's happening. It's working there.
It's like a library.
A huge library, but our world is very much on
Instagram.
because it's very aesthetic, it's very visual, So, which do you prefer? Do you prefer the info from TikTok or do you like the aesthetics from IG?
Yo, that's a very good question. I mean, as a 90s baby,
Yes.
I love Instagram. However, I learn more on TikTok.
Okay.
I feel like the information there is raw and real, and then Instagram just sells the lifestyle of having
Aesthetic,
this
Yeah.
product in your life, right? It almost sells like the convenience of having this product in your life, but then TikTok dives into the benefits of actually having this product. So I'm a bit of both, but I want to see how this product fits into my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish that Instagram would be a bit more loose aesthetically.
I agree.
I wish there was a way to get like the TikTok side of Instagram that makes sense.
And we used to be there.
Yeah.
You know, before influencing.
Eh.
Remember, we used to just post and
And
we
put
were
things
raw
up.
and we didn't overthink things. It wasn't about the
Yeah.
grid
Yo.
or making it aesthetically
look?
pleasing.
Is it looking
You know
good?
what I mean? So it is a bit uptight. But I also believe that change starts with us.
Yeah.
So maybe we should start approaching Instagram that way.
Yeah.
And maybe everyone will follow
Start
through.
migrating.
Yeah.
Hopefully so.
What do you think about estheticians and that side of sort of social media where we're getting told about the threading and the Botox and
Yo, no, for me, it's information overload.
Yeah.
I like, it's a lot. Like, already I'm dealing with my 100 stems of skin. You know what I mean? But it's just a lot. Sometimes I just feel like skincare, hair care should just be simplified.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the approach I take with Halo
Yeah.
and with selling wigs. I don't want to make it scientific. Like, it's just a wig.
yeah.
And it literally saves the day.
Yeah.
But it's good to have that side of Instagram
Yeah.
because we are approaching like our 30, we in our late 30s,
Yeah.
40s, and sometimes you want to see how you can better
Yeah.
yourself.
I think you make such an interesting point there, Lisa. I'm sorry to
Yeah.
interject because I think where we are in our skincare journey is exactly where we are in the social media journey, right? Like social media really is getting into like late 20s, early 30s from the people who were using it.
Yeah.
The people who were Instagram in the 90s babies are now turning 35, 36, and our needs are changing.
Yeah.
And now we're looking for other sources than just, here's a product, go and use it and come back with results.
So it's good to have access.
Yeah.
Right? So that you are well informed. But yeah, sometimes I just feel like it's a lot
Yeah.
to consume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From a skincare point of view, Kevin, do you find that the estheticians versus what we do with the skin functionals is like a bit of a unholy fight going on there?
Well, it's a little bit tricky because
Yeah.
I think also it also depends on who's the source of information. How is the information actually relayed to people? So if it's something that is more relatable and still authentic,
Yeah.
then we're all good.
Yeah.
And that's what skin functional also stands for in skincare.
Yeah, skincare with science.
Absolutely.
Love
good.
it.
Expected formulation.
That's another brand line. Still in studio with Lisa and Kevin. More conversations coming up after this. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends you're on the timeline. Welcome back to the Business of Influence podcast, brought to you by Style ID Africa. Still in studio with Lisa and Kevin, talking everything hair and skincare. Guys, let's get into the meat and bones of this conversation. So, Kevin, you're a customer services manager. You are working with people on a daily basis who are there to deal with their skincare. What excited you about the beauty industry, skincare in particular? Why did you delve into this very, very chaotic corner of the world?
I think it's my love for the human body.
Okay.
Because I studied human physiology, which is all about the study of how the human body actually works. So I've always been fascinated by, skincare in general. And one of the things that really, pushed me towards, gravitated me towards skincare is the fact that I would see people going through skin experiences and not having so much understanding as to what's happening. Why are they going through this? And for me, as a person who loves so much of beauty as well as fashion, I wanted to actually have the best of both worlds, yet still through skincare. And what I really love about, skincare is that it comes in different forms. And again, with people, from person to person, you and I could be going through like the same skin experience, but the experience may not necessarily be 100% the same.
Sure.
So that has actually gotten me to a point where I'm like, I can like fully understand what other people are going through and how to better help them through the skin. And of course, I'm a people's person,
Yeah.
so I was like, why not?
And I think I read a quote many years ago that says, it's the one thing that's closest to your skin is your skin.
Yeah.
It's
Of
the one
course.
thing
No,
you wear every
100%.
single day. Lisa, you're a award-winning, award-winning content creator turned entrepreneur. I'm
you.
interested in how you move, because you're doing very well. You are doing very well in your content creation journey.
Thank you.
You've got fantastic brands you're working with. Your content is amazing. It's
Thank you.
fantastic to behold. But you've made the leap into, you know, Halo, where you're an entrepreneur now.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I was reading about your work in Previda, you need to go out and get it. It is a fantastic spread. Oh, my word.
Thank you.
What made you sort of make the jump? Because you're successful as a content creator. Why would you want to jump into this chaotic world of haircare in the broader beauty industry?
Sure, yeah, that's a very good question. So a lot of people don't know I'm a publicist by profession.
Really?
Yeah. I studied PR and I worked in PR for 7 years.
You're joking.
I kid you not.
Wow.
Yeah, so I can rebrand you.
Listen, okay.
But my passion has always been hair.
Yeah.
And my passion started from a very young age. I was a tomboy with unruly hair that I couldn't take care of my hair. And my mom just didn't have time to take care of my hair too. So she just cut it all off. But that took so much away from me.
Oh, no.
And I was just like, I always admired girls with long hair, you know, but I just couldn't take care of it, right? So my dad said I was always an inquisitive child. Like I would take dolls, cut them, style them, and say I'm a hairstylist.
Okay.
So I think that's where the love of hair stemmed, right? So I always knew that I wanted to be in the hair business somehow. I just didn't know how. But I studied PR. I knew that I was going to be in media. And me studying PR, I would always show up at events, etc., looking incredible, but my hair was always on point.
Yeah.
So people would be like, "You always have great hair." You
Lisa
always
with the
have
good
great
hair.
Lisa with the good hair. That's where it came from. And people would then come to me and ask me, "Where do you get your hair?" And I would refer them to other people. And this one hairstylist said to me, "Thank you so much. You've changed my life. I literally made 100K this past month." It's like, wait,
amazing.
I'm not making that 100K.
Where's my commission,
And I am
hairstylist?
referring everyone to them.
Yeah.
So I have a skill here, right? And as a content creator, I packaged myself. I knew that from a PR point of view that I needed to start branding myself as a hair girl before entering the hair industry, right? So I started creating tutorials, videos on how to take care of your wigs and extensions because they are expensive.
They are. I
and
mean,
you don't wanna
it's thousands of rand.
100%.
Yeah.
So it was mid-COVID. People were doing absolutely nothing. I'm just like, let's wash our wigs.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? And that's when I scored my first ever hair campaign, you know, with Tresemme. Can I mention
Yeah.
brands? Yeah,
Absolutely.
Tresemme. And I was like, wait, I can make money out
Yeah.
of this, right? Started creating those videos. They became viral. People then started coming to me asking to buy hair. That's when I started searching where can I source hair, just the business of
Yeah,
hair,
the work.
the work of
yeah.
it, and what is it that people are in need of? And people just needed good hair. There's a lot of people out there selling hair, but they're not selling good quality hair. And at that time, people were tired of spending so much money,
Thousands and
thousands of rands on wigs that never had a good lifespan. So I was like, this is my opportunity to penetrate the hair industry and offer a service that a lot of women would be happy with. And that's how I became a content creator, creating hair videos to actually selling the wigs and extension. And I became a reliable source for good quality hair. So now people are just like, okay, you know what? If we want good hair, we know who to go to because she has taught us how to take care of it.
And there's something about being a reliable source, and I think Kevin, you do this too in the skincare arena, where it's a full circle thing, right? We're all looking for advice. We're all looking for someone to tell us how to do this thing because there's so much information out there.
Yeah.
But you already had the content that you were doing. So we know your information is reliable. Now we just need to give us the product that is
product,
reliable
yeah.
to just close the loop, which is
Yeah.
exactly what
Where
it
I
is.
am now. Yeah.
Making it work.
And I mean, I'm still a content creator.
Yeah.
And I still run my business.
Yes.
But they both feed off each other because I'm not doing anything else but talking hair. You know what I mean? And people still consider me as a reliable source. So my approach with Halo is never a hard sell. It's just like trying to create content that makes the next person realize that I actually need this product.
Yeah,
It makes
it's my thing to be.
it's my yeah.
I want to chat to the both of you about how the beauty and when I mean beauty, it's an umbrella term for me for both hair care and skincare, because South Africans are very interesting when it comes to how we consume beauty. Okay, there was a time when everything we got was, recommended by someone else in America, everywhere else, and it just didn't fit into the South African sort of landscape. But are South Africans, the way we consume beauty, has it changed from how it was 10, 15, 20 years ago? Because I'm seeing more and more people coming with at least a little level of information, and a bit of education, and then wanting to expand on that.
I
Kevin?
think so. I
Yeah.
think there's been like very good like positive changes, if I should say, and we see a lot of people like shifting from using like international brands to local brands. Of which one of the things that I really love about local brand is that like with you and I, we sit it like this. I see what you're going through, and I better understand what it is that is going to
Yeah.
take for your skin to be well taken care of. And one of the things that I really love is that we're also sourcing ingredients locally as
Yes.
well. As much as yes, there could be like international ingredients that are sourced here and there, but we're still making use of like our very own like resources, of which you see a lot of people like having that like, a new mindset of having to use our resources so that we can be comfortable with what we have and in what we have, especially with our skin as well. And when it comes to just beauty in general, as you also mentioned, it's more like a broad umbrella term.
Yeah.
It also depends or comes down to what does beauty actually mean
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Lisa?
I think it's about just understanding your market and also creating that platform or that room for them to be comfortable with you.
Yeah.
So with Halo, it's the same thing, right? Our hair is sourced internationally. However, we custom make the wigs here in South Africa. So
Yes.
we understand your head, we measure your head.
Yes.
It makes you feel like this was made for me, right? So it's got a personal touch. And again, you are like catering to your market.
But this is interesting for me because if we look at every other product, right? Think about your favorite designer brand. Think about car brands. Think about anything else. South Africans are the worst when it comes to adopting the local version of that, right? If you want to sell a jacket, right, for 30,000 Rand, they'll go, you're priced like you are a Louis Vuitton, Prada, whatever.
100%.
When you get a car maker that's local making a small little car, you go, no, but this costs the same as I could buy a German derivative, Korean derivative for this. But somehow, from a skin and hair care point of view, South Africans seem to gravitate to the local better than they do the international, which is very against the normal behavior. Why do you think that is?
I think people right now are getting more educated, which goes back to the fact that times are changing. And when you look at like in the environmental conditions, if there's somebody, for example, let's say maybe in Europe, making a product for somebody who's in Africa, what are the chances that that product is going to work like effectively?
True.
Because again, as I've mentioned that we are here together, we see and understand what you're going through, and we have that ability with more understanding of how to better cater for your skin. Because again, as a local brand, I am also going through something, and it's most likely to be something that you're also going through. So with that understanding of knowing that this is what I'm going through, I can better take care of your skin through this. And one of the things that I really love and understand is that oftentimes with locally sourced brands, there's also more information that is put out there, because a lot of people don't really care so much. Well, now times are changing. We used to come from a place where a lot of people just walk into a store and be like, I just want a product
Yeah.
that is going to take care of my skin, not knowing what's in there and how that is going to benefit them. But then with more local brands, there's actually more information and saying, hey, take this product. This is how it's going to assist your skin. And this is basically the mechanism of action. So at the end of the day, it always comes down to what are you actually exposed to as well.
Yeah, real life experiences become real sources of information, you know? And again, it goes back to being a reliable source. If I have used it, it's gonna work for you, right? So yeah.
And I can
think-
trust that it
and
will work for me too.
I can
because-
trust that. Yeah.
And I think people have a thing about if you look and sound like me, and I know your experiences are not so far away from my experiences, I'm more likely to. I always make the example that I'm more likely to take advice from a mom if I'm a mom,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes. 100%.
Because you know what I'm going through. I'm interested to understand about how, especially in the growth of the brands, Skin Functional has done exponentially well in the last, so I'd say 2 or 3 years.
Thank you.
Because they've really found, not that just because of one of the content creators, but it really has done
Disclaimer.
fantastically well from just the visibility and the brand recognition, right? And Elisa, Halo, the fact that you had that massive spread on a magazine where hair was the subject, which is your work, your job, your brand, where I don't think we've had that kind of content since the days when Drum Magazine used to have a hair issue, which was just a pamphlet really, with lots of hair products in there. How has social media, contributed to the growth of your individual brands, but from the industry at large?
Sure. For me, it has contributed like hugely, you know. I mean, Halo is literally a year old. And in a year, like you saying, not everyone can say, I've launched a brand. A year later, I have a whole cover spread
Full.
talking about my brand. But never mind that. I just feel like Halo has grown. People can't believe that it's a year old.
No,
They're just
I
like,
can't believe it's a year old.
How is today's old?
People can't believe it, but it's because it's been 10 years of me literally creating videos, talking about hair, building a community where we are looking for a product that's literally going to satisfy us, to eventually launching it. It almost feels like this brand has always been there.
Yeah.
Because I've always taken care of my community when it comes to hair. So again, it's about educating, bringing in your community and allowing them to be a part of your journey. There's absolutely no one that can say, oh, I don't know where Halo comes from.
Yeah.
Because they know exactly where it comes from. And that's why it feels like a huge success a year later. But obviously, honestly, the girls really love my product as well. I have like clients that come back and they're like, I actually just discarded my whole
Wig collection.
wig collection
Yeah,
and
we'll buy
I'm
from
starting a new
you.
wig collection. So it's been really a success and I'm really grateful for the community that I have. And I think also that's what makes a brand so strong, the community, like prioritizing them and their needs. It's not about making money at first. Eventually it gets there, but it's about really catering to those people's needs and understanding your why. Why did you start this business? Why did you start this brand? Yeah.
And then using your social media as a conduit to have the discussion
To
with the
have
community.
those discussions, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
100%,
I love that.
I really do as well. Like Lisa has just like touched on everything.
Yeah.
And just to add more, like especially when it comes to the community, one of the things that most people don't understand is that as much as they may see successful the brands out there, they don't really understand like what is it that's keeping these brands still like running.
Yeah.
And what I always share is that most of our customers, I feel with the word customer, it's more of like it's business, so much of business related, but I feel like these are family members. And through the support of your family members, this is when like brands are able to still stand firm. And at the end of the day, it also comes with understanding of the fact that without your people, there's no way you can stand as a
absolutely
brand.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And when we come back, I want to chat about how, different those people are and then how we cater to them, but also some of the myths that they had to live through. I was very interested to see at one of your events at Skin Functional, the kind of people who were there, without sounding like I'm excluding anyone, but there are women of a certain age, who are quite mature, women who I know that are not part of the in vogue trends of beauty. I know they're not on TikTok, for instance.
Yeah.
But they were there lapping it up, asking the most complicated questions. And I was like, okay, one of the things that beauty does very well in South Africa is the community is so diverse.
Very
Because
diverse.
It is.
There are men, there are women, there are, people who are mature, people who are studying art. The makeup world is a complete, jungle on its own. And I also want to chat about some of the myths that we've had to dispel for us to be able to be successful on individual brands in the beauty arena. Deep conversations happening on the couch. Don't say I don't bring in nice people. More with Lisa and Kevin after this.
Are you listening? Damn.